I am gonna continue on the streak of playing for the past week, so I'm just gonna keep going. I thought, well, I might take Saturday off because I usually do Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. to midnight. But I thought, you know what? It's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it was, till a new day, and why break a record? So let's jump in and play one of the favorite games that came out of yesterday's Xbox 360 or Xbox One launch day extravaganza. It was 4 games. Dead Rising really caught my attention for all the things that they do. You know, they interact with the Kinect camera, which is cool, with the zombies being able to grab their attention, or the noise that's in your room also grabbing their attention. The smart glass that they have, that integration of having like a phone, like an actual phone inside the game. That's like one of my favorite things. I've been pushing for that and talking about it for a long time. Not necessarily for the industry, but just in general about how that would help bring us into kind of a connected smartphone living room experience. So yeah, it's been on a totally separate level of my real life business, but definitely excited to see that they've got some of these things in there. The gameplay's fun as always. It's just awesome wiping out zombies. There's just never anything that goes against that. So I think we should get in, start playing, see how far we get. I don't know if this will be a full 3 hours plus kind of cast. We'll see, kind of see how far we get. But I'm definitely into this game. Enjoyed it last night, so I'm having fun with it right now. So I've got to sign in. There's me. Got a fresh cup of coffee. See, it's got a little microphone there. I don't know what that means, so let me sage it. Story mode. Nope. I don't know. Maybe it means it because it uses the microphone. So let's see where we left off yesterday. We were kind of going into chapter 3. I've been leveling up, but I haven't upgraded the character at all. So I kind of figured I'd save that. And is my app connected? Yep. So I've got my smartphone application running right there. So as soon as it, like when it goes into cutscenes and that, if you're not using smart glass, or if you're not trying it out, when it goes into a cutscene or it's on a loading screen or something like that, it kind of goes to sleep, or it says it's just on pause. And then when you're actually playing in the game, when things are happening, even when you're in the start menu, or I'm sorry, the options menu, I think everything kind of continues on and you can still use the device. So that's pretty cool. I like that they've integrated that. It definitely adds another level of gameplay immersion, having that work. So let's see here. There's Nick. He's got a new tool. He's got a sledgehammer. I've picked up probably 7 blueprints, maybe a little bit more. Let's see. If we go into options, we can always kind of see. Whoops, sorry. Whatever that is, yeah, that's like option, the little square and square symbol on the Xbox One controller. So let's see. I picked up fire arrows, which just a crossbow, and motor oil, tactical handgun, which actually isn't too surprising. It's like duct tape and handgun and flashlight. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop. What happened there? Kind of bounced out. There it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So I've got 8, and the sledge saw is the first one that you get. And then you have the vehicle blueprints of what you can make. So I've already made a turret rig. Haven't made a junkyard yet. It'll tell you what you need. You need like 2 sedans and 2 muscle cars, or a muscle car, 2 sedans, a muscle car, and a forklift, funny enough. And then for the steamroller, you need the motorcycle and steamroller combo, and that's one of the bosses that I had to go up against. So let's go ahead and flip through here. Oh, actually, let me do one thing before we get to the attributes and spending that. I almost forgot. So give me 1 second. I actually need to make a coffee break because I'm still using the XCOM one, but we won't kill anybody with that. So I will just be over here for a second. Okay, back. Now, let's see here. So, the attributes, I've been gaining these, and I think I have 8 attribute points that I haven't laid out yet for the character, so for Nick. So let's go in and try to figure out what Nick probably would utilize. So life, shaping up, live a little longer. See, that's always a... So for every upgrade, you get a +1 life cube. Oh, I guess actually once you get up there you get 2, but for all these you get 1. Oh, that's interesting. Carrying more inventory, that actually makes sense. I think that's the first one to go with. Melee or melee. More moves and your weapons don't break as much, so that's a win-win. True. Range, sharpshooter. Actually, you know, funny enough, the shooting's not bad in Dead Rising 3, so I don't know if I'd worry about that as much. Mechanic, whip up combos faster. I've been caught a couple of times where I was trying to do a combo. I was trying to build something and the zombie walked up. So it actually is real time. Doesn't stop the world. You don't have to find a bench though. That's kind of nice. Agility. He seems to be pretty slow, so I'd probably do that. And smarts. Finders keepers of PP that is. Now you can find every collectible. So that's probably just going to be able to give you more perception. Okay, and then, oop. What else do we have? We got skills. Body slam, jump kick, curb stomp, sprint, dodge roll. Okay. PP trails. It doesn't sound right. Drop dead. So these are where you get the awards for that, and I guess awards rewards for that, right? Because I can't do anything with that. And in books, mechanical trends and outbreak survivor. Increase vehicle and weapon durability. Increase melee damage and survivor's armor. So, oh, I guess you choose one or the other right now. Okay, we'll take that. And then these are just what I've unlocked for different melee attacks, however you want to say it. Combo categories. Can I spend a point to do something here? I just did. 2 wheels. Oh, so I just bought more combos, I guess. Okay. That's different. Alright. What else do we have here? So I want to do some... I think I definitely want to do the inventory. So let me upgrade the inventory here. So I guess 1 slot per... So like if I put in here 2, I get 1 slot. That's what that was. And then for life, I get 1 and 1. So that's probably a pretty good spend. So now we have like 6 cubes. Agility. So that's another good one. Well spent. And I would think smarts too. Okay, so that's all I've got to spend. Alright. So now, yes, I have a 5th slot that I can carry weapons in. So that's good. So that adds a little bit more flexibility. Probably not a huge amount, but I can now switch it around a little bit more. I've been wanting to try the hand here. That was a hand holding dynamite. Oh, and they chase it because it's meat. I get it. So what happens? Oh, very nice. I like that. You know, you've gotta go at these guys. Ooh. You know, zombies are nothing to... They're like fish. Let's say that. PETA will probably hate that, but I don't even think PETA likes fish. Or treats fish like other things. The non-air breathing creatures. Yeah, that's how different we are compared to fish. Alright, let's see here. Now this weapon is a double razor, I think. I ended up making this. This is a machete and a... Machete and... What else was it that they had me do? Machete and a bone saw, maybe? That doesn't sound right. And this is a battery and a sledgehammer, which is actually pretty funny. And it'll shock, like these guys are all together, so it kind of shocks them all at one time. And it definitely, you know, definitely has stopping power, let's say that. Alright. And then I've got a shotgun, which is always a fan favorite, the Buck. The Buck. And it's pretty effective. I mean, you can take... Did you see that? I kind of picked that up when I rolled through it. I want to try a hubcap because a buddy of mine was here checking this game out and said, there's a hubcap, can you grab that? And I said, yeah, and it's probably a weapon. Alright, so let's see here. I wish you'd spin it like a frisbee. Yeah, that's kind of weak. I was kind of expecting like the Shaun of the Dead, you know, record where it like flies off and like sticks in their head or sticks into it. Okay, there's a lot of guys. The firefighters are pretty tough. There's no doubt about that. What is this crazy contraption? It's a float. A fireworks van. That's not bad. We'll take that. But I can't fire anything out of it, so it didn't work that way. Alright, so the mission that we're on, there was a girl that we basically ran, well, she was in the story briefly when I first met up with all the other survivors that I was with in the diner. And she took off running, and now we've got to go back and find her because somebody is willing to, for whatever reason, whatever they're going to do with her, they want us to deliver her in exchange for parts and things like that for the airplane that we're working on to fly out of the city, because we can't drive out of the city, can't get out of the city at all, walk through it because the military has everything closed off, and they basically bombed areas down to, blockade. I guess this Los Paradillos or something like that is in a huge valley that you cannot climb out of, I guess. I don't know. That's what it seems like. But there it is. So we are trying to figure our way out of there. It's just all driven by story. We've got 6 days, less than 6 days, 5 hours and a half, 5 days and a half, 5.5 days to get out of the city before I think they nuke the whole thing. They're going to fly over and do a Resident Evil type, just wipe out all the evidence, screw everybody that lived there. Or because they're saying there's nobody left or something like that, they're not too worried about it. But obviously there's still survivors. There's a bunch of marauders, like just bandits and things like that have taken over what they control in the city. And one of them took our friend and we had to get her back. So that's kind of a, I guess, common thing here. Alright, so we're getting halfway there. Or more than halfway there, about 3/4 of the way there. So it's interesting, it's a story about zombies. It's as interesting as you want to make it. If your imagination is good, zombies and all that stuff, that's a lot of fodder to build an amazing, story out of, and, they seem to be doing just fine with it. It's not bad, it's not horrible, it's more mapped out, and maybe that's because the band's on fire, and maybe that's because it's an entire city, not just a mall or an arena, or whatever it was, like an amusement park thing in Dead Rising 1 and 2. Kind of funny how they really expanded out. Initially it was just a guy in a pretty large mall with a lot of stores and things like that you could run around. So kind of a confined area, and then you had the motorcycle arena / amusement park area. It wasn't an amusement park, it was just like a big open area, like people would go to have food and drinks. It was like a mall and all sorts of things, like almost a little amusement center. But then, now you're inside an entire city, so they've definitely stepped up their game a little bit, which is good. I need something big to be able to drive through there. Is there any big vehicles that'll get me through that? 'Cause that seems a little too much to kind of run through. Oh, and right there, you saw that kind of quick time event? It's funny, when the Kinect is not facing towards the game, or your controller's not facing the Kinect sensor, or, you just don't have a Kinect sensor on your Xbox One, which who knows why you would ever do that, because it comes with it. But for whatever reason, the potential is there. They have a way to a grenade launcher. Man, you don't pass that up when you got the chance. They have a way to work around that. So instead of being able, when you're facing the Kinect, you have to go like this to get zombies off of you. You kind of have to tilt it, and that's how they handle their motion controls. But when you're not, it's just like a common button press. So it's kind of interesting that they added that in. It was a little confusing at first why I was doing it, but then I realized, when I'm casting, I have the Kinect off to the side. So it's not sitting in front of me, because I have, unique setup the way I do mine, like every other caster. And it just works for me this way, and better this way. So last night I was getting those button indicators like that. Oh, man, give me my sword. But then I saw, when I was downstairs playing it, that it was saying, hey, lift your controller up, don't press any buttons. So found that out just by looking at how they build it and seeing that stuff. It's okay. I mean, it works fine. It's probably some kind of patent concern that they have. You know, that they would have had to pay for access to that or something. Just like in the feedback, vibration. You know, there was a lawsuit that went on, and I think Xbox 360 just went ahead and paid for it regardless. I was trying to flick them off because I keep thinking it's a little weird when you play it one way and then kind of come back and play it, but it's not too bad. Trust me, it's not horrible by any means of the imagination. So I decided to go with this game. You know, did the launch day titles yesterday. Went through not a huge amount, but went through four games that were exclusive to the Xbox One, just to see, you know, kind of how they did everything. So the four were Killer Instinct, obviously, and I only played just like 1 or 2 matches on that because it's full DLC and you have to buy everything, which I'm not against, and definitely I will buy it probably, but it's somewhat more of a protest of, you know, I won't buy it day one, but I'll buy it when I'm ready to get into that game. Like, there's just too many. I've bought too many games now, so I'm not going to give them $39 just to go ahead and, you know, buy that. Let me see if I can get rid of these guys. Let's see. I need to get through here. They're going to all go after the meat, which is a good thing. Come on, jump over the thing. There we go. Oh, that was nice. That actually worked really well. It went through a lot of the characters. A lot of zombies. Look, it's still going through them. Oh, where'd he go? Nope, I broke it. Again. Oh, can I get that? That's nice. Yeah, give me the loader. But yeah, the other games were Rise. What else did I play? Forza 5, Killer Instinct, and Dead Rising. And Dead Rising ended up being like the funnest game. Not the funnest game, but like the game that really I wanted to play more and more of to kind of see, because of the immersion, because of what they're doing with smart glass and, you know, the Kinect and everything. It was just a really nice... wow. So, lady, you are at the edge. And now I'm getting my loader stuck. I'm going to back out of here. And I'll help you with whatever I have left. There we go. What else we got?
I'll never give up. Never!
Let's see if I can talk to her. Haha. Uh-oh, time's changing. Oh, that's right. Like in the second one, the zombies... Actually, in the first one, they changed too. As light came out, they became less aggressive, and when it was darker, yep, there they go. That probably didn't help us all that much.
Extreme caution when dealing with zombies after dark, when their hunger and strength apparently increases due to an unknown mutation of the virus.
Yeah, I forgot that they change at night. Oh, level 7, and I got an attribute point. Good. Needed that, though. It's usually, you get those when you help people, I think, because every time I've helped somebody, it's worked out well. Alright, so she's on her own. You don't take these people with you, they don't care. They just take off kind of running. Which is fine. You know, go ahead. Alright, let's find our way out of here. With this light from the backhoe portion. That's fine, this thing doesn't care though, it's just like, I'll push right through. And this looks like where I need to go. Definitely more capable of pushing its way through things, as far as I can tell, but it looks like now it might be stuck. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I made it. There we go. Is this the arena, or is this a different, totally different area? It's totally different area. No, this is where I fought that one guy. Yeah, there was a bunch of bad guys here, like marauders or bandits or things like that, and I ended up having to fight them, so this is where it ended up happening. So I'm back to this place. But overall, I mean, the map is fairly large, and you know, you get a lot of room to run in. There's this achievement that I'm trying to get to where you kill 10,000 within like a week through using a vehicle, and you'll get an achievement. So there's that kind of thing driving it too. So, okay, I'm here, but I need to get out of here though. I don't think this is the right area. I think I need to get beyond this and through there, but I don't know if I can. Is there any way to get through this? No. So I may have to go backtrack a little ways and go onto the highway. Oh, she's gonna... Every once in a while you get these zombies that are right by the window. They're able to get in. Oh, gotta get up. It's gonna blow. Nice while it lasted. But, what do we have right up here? A steamroller. Oh, a steamroller and a... Can I do this? How do I do this then? I want to take the steamroller and I want to convert it with the motorcycle. This is what I want right here. How do I do that? Do I have to take them to a garage? Is that maybe... It did give me this torch thing that I carry on my pocket, but it doesn't seem to be... Oh. Should I put the two together? Is that how we're going to do this? Man, I wouldn't mind trying that. Oh, but that just sets the zombies off. So probably better off just to get in the steamroller and go. Find a motorcycle later. I think maybe you can only do that at the garage.